Again, Season Pass with 3 DLCs. The nerve to do this for Neo, Neo 2, Stranger of Paradise and now Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Looking at new Wolong trailer, I couldn't not notice beautiful message at the end, something every gamer loves to see, and that is pre-planned DLC. Anyone thinking they are not cutting out content in a way, after all these years, is just being useful idiot at this point. Cutting out content doesn't just mean cutting already existing content. I look at it in a way they have already set aside story-related missions, new weapons, enemies and bosses to be done for later date, so they can have the excuse of not working on it during core game developing. However, assets are there, ideas are there, it just requires little bit of work to drain more money from customers under guise of progress. Instead of dissecting the game, they could easily add couple more months to development and add those DLCs to original game, so we get the most complete version possible on release date with more weaponry, bosses and locations. That would be nice thank you to fans after doing crappy DLC bullshit for both Neos and Stranger of Paradise. Or combine 3 DLCs into one big expansion, cause their DLCs mostly suck, except for new weapon additions. Anything is better than this nickel and diming for couple extra missions and 1-2 bosses that they are gonna crank up in difficulty in a silly way. Almost every DLC of theirs I have played added nothing good, weapons excluded, but more grind to this guy's lack of coherent and cohesive progress. If you think about it, their whole Neo difficulty progression idea is so lazy it is embarrassing. Beat the game once just to unlock new difficulty that does nothing significant except couple new grinding mechanics that add to the existing grind, and with every further difficulty players move more and more away from actually playing the game to wasting time going through menus, crafting and praying to RNGs. Way to degrade one of the greatest combat systems ever developed to a game that more you play the more it feels like just another Diablo-esque hack and slash game with boring one-hit kill gameplay, RNG focus grind, which in modern gaming essentially means I don't know what to create, so here is something that can create infinite loops, and incredibly lazy difficulty focus game progression where everything just repeats itself over and over and over again. Especially considering how Wolong feels like another asset flip by Team Ninja. Played the demo, and while I liked some things like different character progression, everything else felt like worse version of Neo. Granted, some things could change until release date, which is March, and I hope for their sake that happens, as Wolong did nothing to impress me. Combat, which is almost only good thing about Team Ninja games, doesn't feel nearly as good as Neo. They have taken cues from Stranger of Paradise, which is straight up worse combat with more speed, less precision, bad hitboxes and overall lack of methodical approach that Neo at least had an option to be, namely in limited dojo missions, which I think are pinnacle of Neo combat, where it shines fully and showcases how tight everything can be. Wolong might end up fixing some Neo mistakes by being less grindy, even though I doubt it, as that is one of Team Ninja's selling points since they can't make cohesive and coherent game otherwise, ever since Ninja Gaiden. They love their infinite loops that waste time, and they are gonna keep doing this DLC bollocks until people stop supporting lazy development and start to understand that by supporting bad practices they are creating infinite loops in gaming development where established developers can coast to profit by being worse over time without need to evolve. I believe Neo combat system deserves better than being surrounded by laziness, mediocrity and RNG.